Good evening, and it's 9 o'clock. We've changed our time schedule. It's 9 o'clock. We are the Man United Agenda. I'm joined by Mr. B and our very own Andy Tate. Hi guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. My name is Omundi Juma. It's 9 p.m. I suppose everyone's just finished watching the Brazil game. They gave South Korea a cooking and a whooping, as they say. It's World Cup fever and it's winter. I mean, is that warming you up, Mr. B? How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I still want the Prem to come back. I'm not feeling the World Cup. I'm watching the games. I haven't got that buzz that I had at the Euros, but maybe that'll come on Saturday.
Andy, I mean, come on, man. Look at this guy. England played yesterday. The whole country was watching. I don't know what the TV view was like, but I'm buzzing after that performance.
Yeah, Jay messaged me, said, you want to come? What's the do the watch along? And I said, like, oh, England v Donegal, is it? No, it's Senegal. with my Irish blood in me. Look, they played well. Like, it was okay, but Saturday, I'm not getting involved. I don't want to get involved. Don't flirt with me like you did last summer. That's all I can say. Don't break my heart like you did. I'm not getting in that. I'm not flirting with her, and I'm not getting involved. And she'll break my heart again like she did against me. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Andy, you're an England supporter, no doubt, aren't you? So what's been the most emotional or best World Cup for you as an England supporter? I mean, what's your best memory?
15 years old, Gary Lineker, 1990.
Okay.
Yeah. Think you're going to win it? Guys are crying, man. It's Chris Waddle hit the post. Came within a whisker. Euro 96. I don't know if would have beaten Germany, would have won it in Euro 96 as well. So they're actually me standout memories. That's it. And let's say 2018 and last year. So I don't think I'll see a major competition come to England in my lifetime. Maybe,
wow.
Maybe down the line. Maybe down the line for other people, but not in my lifetime.
Well, I'm not so sure. Because we're going to talk about this now because one of our key guys, very own Harry Maguire, could take us there. He's already been to a final and a semi-final, and we're going to talk about Maguire versus Mbappe because people are sort of disrespecting Maguire really as a defender. He's playing on a big stage, the biggest stage right now, most views in the World Cup, and he's probably had an easy ride at the moment. England have only conceded 2 goals so far against Iran since they've had clean sheets. You could say about the quality of the opposition, but you can't say that on Saturday because they're playing France. And although we're saying here Maguire versus Mbappe, it's not really going to be like that, is it? Because Mbappe is playing wide left against Kyle Walker. That's going to be a great battle. And then on the right, we've got Dembele against our very own Luke Shaw. So Maguire might be up against Giroud, who's just equaled Thierry Henry. But let's build this up, guys, because, I mean, look, Man United, we've got Rashford, we've got Shaw, and we've got Maguire. And these guys are kind of key in this competition, don't you think? So what do you think so far about Luke Shaw, for example? He's coming up against Dembele. Mr. B, I mean, what's he got to do? What have England got to do to sort of silence this French attack? Because they're deadly.
Attack them back. If they sit back and play and defend, I think England are going to get done. I think the best chance they've got, they know the attacking players they've got. Don't change the formation. Don't go with the 3 at the back. I think that just changes the mentality of the players on the pitch. Play the 4-3-3 and go for it. Play the same formation and go for it. That's what I say. Can Shaw hold? What's his name there? What's their winger? Oh shit, I've forgotten his name's gone. Yeah, sorry, Dembele. If Dembele goes to go outside Shaw, yes, I think he's got a chance. But if he cuts inside, I don't think Shaw's got that movement. But it's going to be an interesting game because I think England now will have to raise their level. I think it's going to be about a lot of the defenders, to be fair. If England can hold the France forwards, great. If France can hold the England forwards, then great for them. So we'll see. We'll see who's better out, Varane and Maguire, won't we?
I mean, Andy, I mean, you were just talking about the game, but I mean, this is a massive thing. You just said before the show, Andy, that you really like the way Brazil are playing, and you just said you've just witnessed the world champions by that performance against South Korea, though. I mean, they're not the best opposition. But if England can get through France, I mean, that's massive. So is it all about this clash, the French attack versus England centre-backs? Because apparently they're the weakest.
Yeah, I see parallels with the England-Germany game from the last 16 in the Euros, and I didn't think we were going to do it that day. I always thought, the old German were going to do us over, but we actually took it to him, and we took it to Ukraine, and we did it with the Denmark as well. It's on. I know this sounds stupid. This is on the same level though as Italy. This is our final, and if we can break this, we can break anybody. So you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, last night I was thinking in my head like, wow, I'm 11 years old, Mexico 86, Maradona. I would love to set the record straight with Argentina. I really would, to set the record straight. Seriously, because it'd be 40 years since the Falklands. Wow, 44 years since Maradona. So
that would be in the final, though, wouldn't it? That's a long way off. I mean,
yeah,
we're on the opposite side of the
but
door.
it's permutations. But I see with the emotional connection, I see Brazil. All I see is Brazil and the Pele. Pele's he's not very well. He hasn't got long left. Bless him. And I just see Brazil. Like with emotional connection, and it goes that way and all that. It's sort of going towards there. And I did say a South American team would win it, but if it's Argentina or Brazil's another thing.
Go into a few comments here. So I want to say hi to Steve RFC. He says big up to Andy Tate as always. Bill Baggio is in the house. He's saying sack him solo. I think he's talking to me because I'm talking about Aaron Maguire again. He said 20 days till the Premier League is back. We haven't forgotten. We do miss it. We do miss it.
Carabao Cup first.
Oh, we're still in it, aren't we? We beat Villa, yeah, of course.
Burnley on the 21st. Think about the Premier League later, but first we got to get at Wembley.
Wait, hold on, Andy. You're saying Burnley on the 21st of December?
Yeah, before the transfers, yeah.
The World Cup finals after that, isn't it?
No, just before it. What?
Oh. Okay, so Bill Baggio here is saying, all good, just watch the Brazil game, devastating, he's saying. Effing hell, says Bill Baggio. Brazil ain't messing around, they're here to win, says Matthew Bassett. Do you agree? Stumpy Cannock at top is saying, Ronaldo just claimed the Korean goal tonight. He said he touched it with his hair and away through. These jokes about Ronaldo, man, it's ridiculous. The game, here's key. Look, Matthew Bassett saying here, the game against France on Saturday is a barometer of how good we really are. Is this like, we talk about the golden generation in the past. I mean, I'm looking at some players. I'm looking at Bellingham. I'm looking at Rice in that midfield. They looked excellent the other day against Senegal, who ain't no mugs. Better than South Korea, in my opinion. Anyway, I just think England are really looking good right now, and this could be the new golden generation. We've got Saka, we've got Rashford, we've got Phil Foden, and obviously Harry Kane finishing the dinner. The only issue for me is at the back, and what I'm saying here is Maguire. Everyone critiques him, but he doesn't like fast players running at him, and this is the acid test for me.
And he did balls up in one of their best chances was because of Maguire's error. You remember it? They fizzed it over the bar, wasn't it? And they were claiming on ball, and it was down to Harry Maguire, and he did it, and he was like, ah, come on, lads, it's over. I'm like, I've seen this at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? I don't want to go on him because, like I say, I seen all the family and all that after the match, after the USA game. He's just a family man. He's got two kids and all. I don't want to go in on him, so I rather just concentrate on United. But he's gonna have to have the game of his life Saturday night. And
this is what I'm saying. This is the acid test for him. He's got to have thick skin with all the abuse he took. If they can get through the game and he has an MOM performance, I mean, how will Man United fans feel about that? I mean, would they embrace him? Would there be like a big?
We'll be walking into the semi with a semi. That's all I'm saying for Harry Maguire.
Mr. B, what do you think about this? Matthew Bassett is saying here he reckons Southgate will go to a back five for games like this. He's talking about Trippier, Walker.
If he does that,
Sure.
if he does that, and England lose, then that's what he's gonna have on his head. I understand why he's gonna do it. I get it.
You can't do it for nearly a full game like against Italy.
But the fact that England have been playing in this formation the whole tournament, scoring the goals. People, I understand there's gonna be, but we've got Kyle Walker's in the team. So you talk about Mbappe up against. He's more likely to be up against Kyle Walker, and it's probably going to be Giroud, who. I mean, look, once Kyle Walker pockets Mbappe, then maybe he will go central to try his luck, but he's not going to change sides because Walker's there. So I think it's more Giroud.
You don't know. They might just to test the waters on both Walker
he never moves. He always plays on that side. So if he goes central, I think it's because they're going to be targeting Maguire. And if that's the case, he's been very thick-skinned. And
do you think, because remember, Mr. B, Southgate was getting a lot of disrespect because of the way he set up. He had a chance at home to win the tournament against Italy and made people say it a bit negative. So if he does go to a back five, I mean, would that be negative based on, or would that be tactical? Because he has to think about winning and getting through. And he has to be bold sometimes, don't you? I mean, what would you play, Andy? What sort of setup? Would you keep the stick with the four at the back and the same sort of system we've been playing?
I would play defensive, but I would go at him at the same time. That's what he did. He never did against Italy. We defended for 70, 75 minutes, and even when he equalised, they never did anything. Even after they scored first, or when Italy scored, they never did anything after it.
Yeah,
that was it. Nothing. We had about 5 minutes in extra time where we had an header it went miles wide from Jack Grealish, but I'm not having it. I don't want it. I want to see an England team defend but go at them as well. Like you say, you got immense talent going forward. Immense talent. Bellingham, Foden, Rashford, Kane, even Henderson. Bloody hell, I can't remember saying that. But it's Don't go 3-5-2. Don't be safe. Don't be playing safe all the time. Take the safety off and fucking blow them away if you have to.
So any football waffle here is just talking about Martinez. Say he's enjoying him watching him defend. I mean, are you doing a player cam on Martinez? You keep an eye on him because he's been in and out the side, isn't he, for Argentina? But
he hasn't conceded. He hasn't conceded since he's been on. He didn't play the first game.
Tackle. He did a brilliant tackle in the last minute. That Aussie 18-year-old was going to do a Messi.
Oh, yeah.
Messi's head was in it. Oh, my God. And Martinez stopped him.
We've got one here, Eddie, again, saying, bottom line statement on Maguire. As myself and loads of people have kept saying, he can't play Ten Hag high-pressing football without being exposed for his slowness and making mistakes. So, there's still a lot of question marks about his game here. And Vincent's saying, I hope United can get that right profile of player. We will come on to that in a second now. And Bill Badger is saying, question, anyone seen smart potential signings during the World Cup? Over to you, Andy. Have you seen anyone like we might not really know of that you think, decent?
I've seen Gakpo. I'm looking at Gakpo. I'm looking at Memphis. When that check clears in the summer, I'm even looking at Mbappe and Bellingham. When that check clears, I mean, we're not dealing with Ronnie and Reggie Cray here. Right? We're dealing with multi-billionaires here. That Del Boy, when he got his clock, when he got his money, his billions. This is what we're waiting for. When that check clears, you go shopping in Harrods, mate. And that's what I want to do. Look at Mbappe, look at Bellingham, look at Harry Kane. I don't care.
So we're going to see Gakpo's going to be up against Argentina, isn't he, in the next round? What do you think of Gakpo so far? Because you've had a real good look at him now. You're qualified to sort of speak on him, both you guys. I mean, we saw him in the Europa League against Arsenal. We're seeing him now in the World Cup at the highest stage, and he's scoring goals. I mean, are you still convinced by this guy?
Yeah, I'm still convinced by him. He scored a couple of goals. He's played well. He's got a good touch on him. He's got a good right foot, left foot as well. And like you say, PSV are up on top of the league. They're there on merit, the top of the Dutch league, and they're open to selling him. So I don't know. You got to look at him, and like you say, it's potentially like if you sign him, you got to have a chance when you got no strike. You need a striker if you want to get top 4. Maybe do something in the cups.
So are you saying that for January? Then we should go in for him in January.
Yeah, Gakpo in
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe another defender as well. I don't know. If Wan-Bissaka's gone, then you get somebody to replace.
Vincent saying, oi, Rodney, Andy Tate, and this time next year, Man United, the general of 1 million subscribers and would be millionaires. Bill Badger here is saying something important. Saying he can't remember his name, but the number 7 in Morocco's midfield caught his eye. I think he plays for Porto. Any names for you guys? I don't know. Eddie saying England versus France, can't wait. True test of lines. Just to say, yeah, I mean, it's going to be massive. It's going to be like England versus Germany night and night, like you're saying, because I was supposed to go to a dance this Friday and this Saturday, and it's been called off because of the game. Since that's been scheduled at the pub, my dance has been called off, and now everyone's going for the football. So,
you're not dirty dancing, Armando. You're not going to have the time of your life anyway Saturday night watching England.
So it worthy of a pub?
Nobody puts Harry Maguire in the corner, do they? You know what I mean? But
you guys, is it worthy of a pub? I mean, is it worthy going to a pub and get the atmosphere to watch this big game? Because it's Saturday night, prime time. Come on.
I've got my boys coming down.
It's not.
Yeah, I got my boys coming down.
It's not. I'm telling you, no chance.
What are you doing, Mr. Bean?
United are playing at 5 o'clock as well, guys.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I've got my boys coming down for the game.
Are you joking?
So, yeah, they're coming down. Yeah, we've got the game 5 o'clock. We've got Betis.
Yeah.
And then the England game. So forget about trying to do a watch along for the Betis game. And the people that I'm going to be with ain't going to be interested in having a Man United game on just before the England game. So
I mean, I'm stuck in 2 minds. Do I go out? Do I stay in? I mean, work on Saturday night. Do I just play safe and just do I just do 1 game and then come home and watch the game? I don't know.
Guys.
I don't know.
Say hello to Zoe from Media House. She's back. And go and tune in, go and subscribe to Zoe Media House on YouTube, guys. Eddie saying, can we have a moment of silence for the Don that was known as Spider, a.k.a. Wan-Bissaka. What a shame. Looks like he's going, isn't it? And
is that a permanent move?
I believe so. Tell us more, please, Andy. We don't know much about this. HG Game is saying England versus France is going to penalties. Ooh, that's going to be massive. That's going to be massive, guys. And the Stumpy's saying here.
I've heard Wan-Bissaka. Tell him, Andy, I am the president of Droylsden Sovereign Wealth Fund. I'm putting in a bid and we'll buy all these players. And that's from Stumpy Candletop.
Guys. All right, enough about England game. Can we just have a prediction here? I mean, because I am enjoying the World Cup now. Now it's crucial games. Seeing Brazil on fire. I saw France, and I'm really happy with England. I think England can go through. I really do. I think if the defense is secure, and look, it's key Man United players. This is the Man United World Cup. Someone said that earlier, a few days ago in the show, didn't they? It's the Man United World Cup. I think Rashford's been sensational, and he's someone who's quietly going about his business, who could be the main man. When we talk about Tate and Dembele and on the break and the counter, all these fast guys, Mbappe, I think Rashford's the sort of guy who can do that to France. So I'm.
He won't play. Unless they go 3-5-2. If he goes 3-5-2 and plays, I think that's probably why I'm not really digging England. When Rashford played, I shouted. When he was playing and he scored, that's the loudest cheer I've given for England. I'm being so biased. It's terrible.
I want to see Rashford going in Mbappe's ear. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Pat his head again.
He's patting over the head. Because the previous encounter, the whole thing was previous encounter. We played PSG, and we beat them with Maguire against Mbappe, supposedly. But that day it was Neymar, Mbappe, and Moises Keane up against them. So they managed that well. But we had Tunzabi, didn't we? He was playing an MOM performance that day. So come on, England, I'd say. I'm getting the World Cup spirit now. Be bold. Give me a prediction, please, for the England-France game. Say it now on a Monday.
2-1 France, extra time.
2-0 England. If we keep a clean sheet, we go through. You shut up Mbappe, you got half a chance.
All right,
Easier
guys.
said than done.
Here's the thing now. So everyone's talking about Bellingham, and obviously, I think he's having an impact. I put out on Twitter the other day. I've got having an impact like Gaza in 1990. Obviously, different kind of players, but he's having an impact in the games. Really inspirational assists. Got that drive as well. Sensational guy. I think he's really, really, really good player for his age as well. And the ceiling, is really high. But we do need someone in that midfield because we've been linked with Caicedo, who's also been representing Ecuador. So what do you know about this guy? He's obviously signed for Brighton. Mr. B, what do you know about Caicedo? Is he someone in that same sort of ilk as...
We were talking about him when we were linked to him. Was it a season and a half, 2 years ago? And we were quoted at 3.5, 3.6 mil. And we were saying, yeah, get him instead of Basuma. Get him. I thought we were linked to him, and then everything went quiet. And then he turned up at Brighton. And now we're being quoted for him at what, 67, 70 million?
Yep.
That's just so typical Man United. That is just so typical Man United. They're going to make £63 million profit on a player that they've had for 2 seasons. Get out of here, man. Man United can't be doing that. There has to be somebody cheaper or no, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't see them spending. I don't want them to spend that kind of money, especially on the defensive midfielder.
Do you think he's the sort of player that we need, though? You've seen him in the Premiership.
Not now.
You saw him. They beat us 4-0 this season. He was really dynamic, wasn't he? But what do you really think of him as a player?
He's gifted. He's gifted. He's got everything. My problem is, for that price, we've got Casemiro, who technically plays in that position. He's not going to play the Eriksen role. So what are we going? Would we by spending £70 million on a sub?
Well, we'll see. He's number 8, maybe. He gets up and down the pitch. What do you think about Caicedo, Andy? Because obviously Bellingham's like 150 million, or they're quoting silly prices. This guy is playing in the Premiership. He's proven now. It seems like he's got a lot of admirers. Are you one of them?
Yeah, I am. Let me say, he absolutely ripped us apart last season, didn't he? And he scored when he beat us 4-0. Is he on the radar? It just shows what our scouting system has been over the last few years, which is an absolute car crash of a mess. But hopefully, let's say, things are getting sorted with the system upstairs and the scouting system. And who knows, man? I know we're building the right way. This is where we want to go. But if you want to make a statement, an intent statement with signings, you got to look at him. If, like you say, if we got new owners by the end of the season, and the new owners want to come in, right? How do I get the fans on side? Who do I get? I bat Ten all away, and I'll bankroll him the players he wants. And whoever the players he wants, he'll get. And maybe looking at him, I don't know.
Is that what, Andy? Is that what you want? Do you want them to go out there and buy a whole load? Me personally, I like the way that the season's gone. Our season's gone so far in regards to he's improved players, and players have shocked me. For him, I don't want him. It's really weird. I want us to have the money to buy any player we want.
Yeah.
But I'm
it's like
so happy at the way that
toy shop, innit? It's like what do you want? And you're like, I've got to be clear on this. I've got to think calmly. But is Martial going to be permanently fit all the time? Are you going to look at Harry Kane, maybe? You're going to look at Mbappe. You're going to look at Bellingham, the Brighton lad, replacing Maguire. I don't know. We're doing all right, but it maybe, like you say, you tinker it a bit. A new owner would come in, a marquee signing, just to get everybody on side. A Bellingham or an Mbappe. I don't know. I really don't know, but I think in the summer we'll get about another 3 or 4 players, and there'll be 10 Hag signings. So I don't think the commercial side, they know this now. We can't just sign Harry Kane and Bellingham just to sell shirts now, because we've got new owners now. If we're getting new owners, we have to back Ten Hag all the way. Right, I want that, and that. Right, yeah, we'll get him. Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah. And we can't go, what about this guy? He sits it. He's pretty good, but he sits the club he's at. He sits on the reserves. He's on the bench for 3 months of the season, but he's all right for £5 million, isn't he? No more of that crap. So yeah, we've got to go the right way about it. But it's nice. It's nice. I want to be rich. I want to be stinking rich and rule the world, mate. If not, I wouldn't mind being stinking rich. And if Saudi Arabia, Kuwait want to approach me as their ambassador, I'm more than merrier for the United Kingdom. I'm telling you.
So, you know what with Caicedo, Matthew Bassett here is saying we missed out on the bargain because obviously they're quoting us about 70 million now, and they can do that because you have to remember they sold Ben White for 50 million. They sold Cucurella for 50 plus million as well when Man City wanted him and they were priced out of it. And also they had Basuma as well, went for a lot of money. So Brighton do sort of do good business, and they are likely to sort of demand a lot of money for someone they only bought last year. And it's a bit of a kick in the teeth for us, I believe. Stumpy's saying here, Caicedo is a Man United fan. I didn't know that, but that makes it even more appealing. Because Ten Hag's saying here, he's setting his sights on the player, apparently. Ten Hag's a big fan. And obviously he's seen him firsthand when we got whooped by them. Another comment here from Matthew Bassett saying Caicedo could be a long-term replacement for Casemiro. I'm not sure if they're in a similar position, but obviously...
Yeah, that's the position. That's the position that he would be playing on Monday. I'm convinced. He'll be playing. You're thinking he's more of a box to box?
For now, yeah, I think he's just a dynamic midfielder all round. It's a bit like Bellingham. He can do a bit of everything. I don't think he's at the level of Bellingham, but it's hard to tell at the moment. But I do think we need a player like him who can sort of got that drive. Someone who can get box to box.
Well,
Harry Davis talking after the England game the other day how pleased he was with players, runners. He sort of basically said, "I've got good runners from midfield who can go beyond him." And he can sit in, because he likes to come deep. So I think with the modern game, you do need guys in midfield who can go beyond. And we've seen that a lot lately, aren't we?
Enzo Fernandez.
HG Gamer is saying here, Enzo Fernandez, who plays for Benfica, and he scored a lovely goal for Argentina earlier in the World Cup. So there's a lot of people in the comments, they know their stuff, man. Matthew Bassett says, I want some established players who the youth can learn off. I think we've got that already in Casemiro, I think. He's saying Caicedo is like Casemiro and Fred rolled into one. We spent 1.6 billion post Fergie, second only to City. Says Box, how you doing, Box? And yeah, Box, these guys are pissed away too much money on Anthony. He's potential, but now that price takes away from future budgets. Do you know anything about the budget? Because we did spend heavily in the summer, didn't we, Andy?
Yeah, we did. We raided the cookie jar, didn't we? And we found that 180 million from allegedly an offshore account or Colombians or whatever the dodgy Glazers get the money from. So we found it, and have they put it on more loans? That's what scares me. I mean, whoever comes in, that 180 million, is that another loan from the bank just to cover that? Ronaldo's wages is freed up, so it's future revenue. You might scrape 30 million together to get a player in January. I don't know.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money. So I don't know what this transfer budget is. They have to back him, because if they don't back him, then they've basically gone back on the word. Said,
are we saying
with Ronaldo?
Sorry, are you saying backing him because of our status right now in 5th position and looking good? Is that why?
Yeah. 5th, 3 points off the top 4, 2 games in hand or a game in hand, and we'll see what happens come over the Christmas period as well. Because I know this is daft, but I'm still looking at Arsenal. What second place is up for grabs, because Arsenal have lost the City lad. Jesus, he's out for 3 months. Jesus, he's out for 3 months. So see where we are come Christmas, but come New Year's Day, we've got 3 games, we've got a couple of cup games. We could be in a really good position in the league, and the cups are coming fast. We've got Manchester Derby in January as well. We've got Wolves away. So I say games are coming thick and fast, and you've got to assess on what you want. Maybe get something early in the transfer window, or get something late. I don't know, because games will come thick and fast.
Seems like someone's bought you a 2023 diary already. You've got the games already logged in your head there, Andy. You know exactly what's going down. Mr. B, do you agree with Andy? Like he's saying that we should invest, regardless based on the position that we're in and the
We have
success
to.
that he's brought so
We
far.
have to. We have to. A lot of the players we couldn't get last year was because we weren't in the Champions League. Let's see the reason for them turning us down now. That means if they think we're shit, then they're gonna have to tell us that they think we're shit, not that we're not in Champions League, we're in Europa. So I want to be in Champions League. I want to go for the players that the Chelseas and the Liverpools are going for, and I want to go head to head, and I want to beat some of these people in the race for the players. Let us be involved in a race for a player that we actually win for a change. You know what I mean?
You think some players are looking at the ownership as well?
Yeah, well, they don't know what's going on.
Do you think the way we're set up at the moment, because we might be selling, would that put the player up from coming?
Agents, maybe, yeah. Unless they guarantee that Ten Hag's going to stay, that's probably be something that would have to be put out.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's more the manager. If the manager, player, would be more interested if the manager wants me rather than the board. I don't know.
It's like the United came out with a letter today, the Supporters Association, didn't they? Any future sale of the club, we hope to engage with they want a new owner to engage with the fan base, and maybe you'll get 50% ownership, 50+1. I was seeing that today. Well, let's say the new owner, the new owners will affect everything potentially for future transfers, everything, management, this, that, and the other, players coming in, players going out. So it'll shape our future for I want to say, the next 30, 40 years.
Okay. We've got a few comments here. Zoe saying, we are Man United. We need to put this into action. And implementing 40 million cap for players is saying it's tough shite to players. If you want to play for us, that's the price. So she's saying put a price on the players so we don't spend too much. Vincent is saying, Andy, could you put a candle in your Christmas pudding, blow it out, and wish for United to win the league on Christmas Day? Thank you.
Can't win the league Christmas Day. If you
once you do that on Christmas Day.
All right.
Eddie's saying, Box, it's a shame. I see teams just going for their academies for talent more in the future because of the inflation now. So he's saying go for the youths. I don't think Caicedo is fast enough, to be honest, as HG Gamer. And we've got a few shouts about our academy guys like Iqbal. His technicals are a real highlight for him. So we have got midfielders there. Was Pat Lawless, how you doing? He says Moises Caicedo, favourite player is Kante. Thank God it's not Fred, he's saying. So, and finally, Stumpy saying, thick and fast, that was my football playing style.
If Fred the World Cup winner, flipping.
Yeah, it could well be. And a broccoli eater could be Mr. B at this rate. Anyway, guys, I want to talk about Casemiro because we've got a quote from Casemiro.
As long as he doesn't score, it doesn't matter.
We got a quote from Casemiro, guys, and I just want to read out. Just tell me what you think about this, because this guy is key. As you've seen for Brazil, he's key right now. And he was asked about why he came to Manchester United. And he said, without doubt, it was down to the great stature of the club. It's a massive club with a great history. He said, for sure, that was the big attraction for coming here. I think this is a great standing at the club, and it's in the game and in history, definitely important reasons to be here. He said, it's also a fresh set of goals in a brand new league for me, and that presents a real big and exciting challenge for me, and I've worked really hard to achieve them alongside my teammates. Do you think he's here for the money, or do you think he's shown already that he's legit, good player, professional, and really wants to win? And those statements about Man United being at the club is legit?
I don't know, because if you believe the bullshit coming out, we spent 3 months targeting him and we were going for him. Then all of a sudden we got beat by Brentford. We're going for Rabiot. We're going for Artovic, and United do a 180 or 360, and went in for Casemiro, and we got this, that, and the other. So I believe he's technically gifted. He's a proper football player, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. So I believe what he says. I don't believe the bullshit's coming out of the club. we courted him. I seen that over the weekend. We courted him for 3 months. Oh, what's that I smell? Yes, bullshit, boy. Absolute bullshit. So all of a sudden, we were in for Casemiro. I'm okay. Oh, we just won the Champions League. I'm at Real Madrid. I'm all right for the season. We'll defend the Champions League again. We'll go on, nothing's going to change in the next few weeks. Casemiro, Man United got this contract, and mega offer. Do you want to go? Jesus Christ, look at them zeros. Wow, do you know what I mean? So I do believe the player is he really wants to help. He really does. His heart's there. His plays, his determination, his pride, his skill, everything is spot on about him. But the bullshit, we spent 3 months trying to track him, trying to court him, trying to get a date with him for the Saturday night. What a crock of shit. It was just bad PR. PR from the club.
Mr. B, do you agree with that? I mean, from what you've seen on the pitch, what you see from Brazil in the World Cup, do you think he's has good influence on other players? He's seen there, done that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Without a doubt. You mean you can
Definitely.
see him done a pass tonight? I've just seen it now.
Oh yeah.
He done a pass tonight. He didn't know where it was, and he flicked it over his head. And I thought, oh yeah, opposite player's going to get it, and a Brazil player got it. And it's like somebody said something. He's like the invisible man.
Yeah, invisible Brazilian they call him. Yeah, the invisible. He just walks around, doesn't sprint.
Yeah. Well, I forgot who said it, but he played in the last World Cup win in 2002. Is it Cafu or something? I don't know. Some Brazilian player.
Yeah.
And he said he's the invisible man because I was the invisible man in 2002. I don't know who it could have been. Cafe.
Talking about the Arsenal player,
Gilberto. That was it.
Yeah.
It was Gilberto who called him the invisible man.
Yeah.
So
and every great team needs someone like that, as proven at Real Madrid. Miss B, you think he got that influence? Are you pleased with him? Do you think he's because obviously
I love him.
He makes nice statements now, and he's always saying after the fact
he came for the money. I think he did come for the money. We were the only people in for him, so it wasn't like he had a choice. Real Madrid probably said to him, go or whatever, but I think he's actually been surprised and he's fallen. What I'm hoping is that he might have come for the money, but now he's here, he realizes how big we are and what sort of level he can get us to. Because if he's part of the midfield that brings us back to greatness, bruv, he's going to go down as a legend for us. He'll go down as a legend, and I think he's now seeing that part of it as well. So yeah, he probably did come for the money, but I think he's now starting to fall in love with us a little bit now.
You know who also go down as a legend? It'd be you, Mr. B, if you end up eating broccoli. Because HG Game is saying here, Fred, goal, all assists, Mr. B's eating broccoli. That's a deal, Mr. B.
Listen, Fred ain't doing shit. I said I've got this bet going till the end of the season. Yeah, I am worried. I was worried today that at 4-0 he was going to bring Fred on and he was going to cause a madness. He didn't. Fred's not going to be playing any more games, so my bet is safe. When the Premiership starts, he won't be playing games. He's going to be coming on very late, so that broccoli can stay right where it needs to stay. Thank you.
We've got a few comments about Casemiro. I'm interested to hear what the guys are saying. But quickly, Vincent saying, just want the panel's opinion on Carrington finally be upgraded and the women's team. I finally get to get their own toilets and showers put in where they train.
Ridiculous.
What's he talking about? I mean, is there some news about Carrington being upgraded?
Well, the women were training and they had to go to the toilets and get training shower in porta cabins.
Oh God!
So that's the mentality of Manchester United. And now
wow!
It's hopefully like look at City. I mean, it's at the back of my house and my flat.
Yeah. Everything's
there for men and the women's team. So that United need to do that at the training ground as well.
That's pretty embarrassing.
It's pretty embarrassing when you got the same, like you say, canteen lady after 15, 20 years, as Ronaldo said. No disrespect. The tiles are the same. Swimming pool's the same. That mark where Ronaldo smashed the ball, broke a window, it's probably still there now. After 2008. Yeah.
Box is saying here, where it does matter, if it's a one-horse race, then who did we beat to get Casemiro? So... Eddie's saying Casemiro definitely here for the money. Man United give out on Christmas wages, but he's doing a diligent job.
More than diligent. Come on, man.
Zoe saying, why does it matter who we beat to get Casemiro? Point is, we've got the best CDM signed for Man United. Box saying, De Jong being treated like a dog by Barcelona, and he didn't want to come to Man United to play for Daddy Ten Hag. Matthew Bassett saying, Real Madrid players angry they sold Casemiro. Barcelona releasing a documentary on Prime Video, all or all levers or nothing.
Coat hangers and spanners as well.
Matthew saying Frankie stayed because of the money that Barca owed him. That's for sure. We've forgotten about Frankie now, haven't we? Casemiro said he wanted to leave Madrid after he won the Champions League. If he went to another club, he would take a step down. Of course, he said yes to us. There you go.
Yeah, I want to see Graham Souness eat his words if Casemiro wins the World Cup. I'm telling you.
Zoe saying you can tell Casemiro is the boss of Brazil by the way they behave and act. Box is saying since Fergie left, we declined. We have lost our pool. Other teams have been brought by oil states and money to compete and win things. It's not rocket science. Casemiro holds the midfield well, like a crunching challenge and a bang in a screamer on occasion. Best invisible guy he's seen. So yeah, comments is basically saying that Casemiro has been a good positive influence for us. So yeah, I do agree with that. 15 in the comments right now. I hope you guys are pressing the like button for us. That's what we want from you guys. And we also want to just announce quickly about our sponsor. There's GMS, Global Mapping Surveys. Obviously, you know they assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning and monitoring. And maybe you can check out the link in the description. All right, guys. Sun's going to bed. We're going to retire as well very soon. Let's just talk about Diallo. Now, I just want to give you an update because Tony Mowbray, he had Harvey Elliott at Blackburn, and he was really complimentary of Harvey Elliott. And he said all the first team football he had in the Championship, he didn't expect him to go on to Liverpool and be a first team starter, but he was because he felt Liverpool were going for the Champions League and that kind of thing. But he's also managing Amad Diallo now at at Sunderland, and he's saying it's a similar kind of impact. He said this guy could go on to do great things, and it's great. He gets the ball. He's amazing. He got the crowd, singing for him now, and he's doing big things in the Championship. And as you were saying earlier, Andy, he scored 4 goals in the last 6 games, and I think you said he scored the other day, didn't you? So it's pleasing to see someone who spent a lot of money on doing really well and sort of showing some promise now.
Yeah, I think it is because we all remember his entry against AC Milan, his goal.
Oh yeah, the header.
We all remember that, and it's like I want to see him progress because if say he helps Sunderland get promoted, play a season in the Premier League, lad, stay at Sunderland, but you're still contracted to United. Just like Forest last year with Charlie. Was it Charlie O'Neill? The Forest lad went to Everton.
James
Garner, yeah, that was Garner. Sorry, Garner. So I would say, yeah, he's doing well. It's good to see him. It's a shame that we don't see much of Palestra. We don't hear much of Palestra. I don't even know if he's doing any good as well. But I'm glad Diallo's doing well, and he scored Saturday. And
did you see the goal, Andy? Have you seen it?
I've not seen the goal, no, but anybody that smashes Millwall gets my vote. Yeah, I would say leave him there, keep playing, keep doing what you're doing. And if you help Sunderland achieve promotion, like you say, the fans will take to you, and like you say, then you assess again in the summer, on it. I would not sell him. I would give him another loan next season and just play in the Premier League and see where you go.
Yeah.
Play in the Premier League, you're playing against teams, strong competition, week in, week out. I think Sunderland are in the playoffs, aren't they, or something like that. I say it was weird to the Championship's back. I thought that's the only game. Apparently, all the Championship's back this weekend as well. So football's coming back in its little dribs and drabs. But yeah, I would just say just keep playing and keep pegging away, mate. Confidence. He didn't do well at Rangers, unfortunately, last year. But yeah, help at maybe winning something as well, achieving something, breeds a confidence for the lad. And it can only be good like that. Right, lad, you're still part of this club. Just go and learn your trade another year in the Premier League. Get physically fit, get more stronger, get that Premier League experience, because I know you can't get it at United at the moment. But if he's on fire next season and Sunderland are in the Premier League, you're like, all right, we're pulling you back. We're having you back in January, mate. So
that's really, for me, that's the benefit of going on loan to a Championship club. You've got to pick the right loans for certain players to really get them to blow up and get the confidence. I mean, HG Game is saying here, Diallo's looking confident now, Mr. P. I mean, this is obviously a good move for him.
Yeah, it was a good move. The fact that it was a level down as well. it's mad. The class and the skill is in the Premiership, but you have to work like a dog in the Championship. It's relentless. You know, you've got 2 or 3 games every week. You know, so you have to be built differently. And if he can get through that, you know, he comes back to United and feels, yep, he doesn't want that chance, he doesn't want to give that chance up. You never know.
And quickly, before we finish up, guys, Anthony Elanga. Sorry, Andy, but just when you talk, just add Anthony Elanga to your thing, because Zoe's saying here he needs a loan move.
Possible. I think he does. He needs to find that confidence again. And who knows what we could have a feeder club next season if Jim Ratcliffe took over. He's got Nice, and so bit of French league experience. Send a few players over there, playing the French league, playing the European competition. So that's a potential advantage for United if we got to the Jim Ratcliffe in, and it would benefit young players like Elanga, Diallo, if the takeover is complete. But I think loans will happen in January, but for the right reasons. But he might keep Elanga because if we don't get the striker we need, we'd only let him go if we get Capo or get Memphis.
Yeah.
So that's the only way he'll go out.
Yeah, certainly. Guys, we've gone 45 minutes. It's half time. Second half is tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I imagine, judging by the World Cup games. Andy, been a pleasure having you on again. There's no solo here, so, and I don't, well, if you want to big us up, you've got the opportunity now. Well, tell us what you do this week. I know you've got your diary out, but where are you going to be? What shows you're going to be on? And when are you back with us?
I am back on the Stretford paddock for the Man United on Wednesday night for Real Betis. Get me there. You can catch me there. You can catch me on the Man United agenda next Monday as well. The football's coming back. You can feel it. You can smell it. It's Christmas. The Carabao Cup's coming. United play Saturday. It's England. You got an orgy. You got an orgy Saturday night. 4 hours of football. 5 till 7.
I'm drooling.
You got dribbling like Homer Simpson with a donut. You got 4 hours of football Saturday night. So enjoy it. Let's have a good weekend. And like you say, Christmas is here. Get your Christmas shopping done. Love to everybody. Have a good Christmas. But like everything for United and the Man United agenda. Let's just keep this going.
Yeah. It's all building up for Saturday, isn't it, Mr. B? I mean, what did you say? I didn't catch you earlier. Your friends are coming down. Are they coming to your house?
Yeah. So
am I getting an invite?
You're more than welcome. My front room's probably not big enough to hold you, to be fair, but you're more than welcome to stand up at the top of the stairs. You know what I mean?
Right, honestly, I can't believe this. I didn't realize Man United and England play this Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys in the comments are as well. Big up to everybody who commented today. I'm not gonna shout you all out, but you know who you are. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. We're signing out, but we'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. And in the meantime, come on England. And come on, Man United. We'll be back soon. Saturday. Good night.